Good morning. Good morning from London. It's a beautiful sunny day in London, and there's something really quite magical about being here early in the morning on a weekend. It's a completely different city. What am I doing here today? Well, I'm here for a weekend event called the Entrepreneurs Institute, where I'm surrounded by people who are growing businesses. They have established businesses. They are incredibly motivated about what the future can be and how they can do amazing things. I met a guy yesterday who took his business from nothing to 10 million in a year. But there's some really important technology points that are coming out of this. And we looked at some of the trends that are happening in the world around us, and we are truly in unfathomable times. We're in a time that is known as the second half of the board, the second half of the chessboard. I can explain that maybe in a later post. But it means we're in exponential growth times. So what does that mean? Well, one second. So exponential times. The pub behind me, every time I walk past it, has normally got a gaggle of people out front taking photos of its quite unusual and rather interesting facade. I'm going to cross the street and show you what I mean. It really is quite something else. So this is the Ship Inn on Hart Street, near St Olaf's Church, which is just up here as well. The reason I'm bringing you that is because that was built in 1887. What's that, 132 years ago? Back then, times changed quickly, but it was almost linear. Things sometimes were even slow. Nowadays, we're in a world where the world's top companies, the biggest companies on the planet that are changing your lives and my lives every single day, they didn't exist 10 years ago, let alone 132 years ago. Companies that existed 132 years ago are few and far between. Just think about how many businesses have gone out of business just in the last 5 years. Think about the high streets and how they've changed. The sad truth is that most businesses that exist today won't exist in 10 years' time. The kind of change that we've seen in the last 10 years was twice as fast, if not more, than the change the year before, the 10 years before. The change we're going to see in the next 10 years is going to be even more drastic. We're in a world where trust is diminished. We're in a world where we can't determine what we see on TV or on videos, whether it's true or not. I'll also share with you the deepfake video of ex-President Obama. It's quite something else. But you just can't believe anything you see on video or even in text. There was an AI program called OpenAI. Earlier this year it was shut down because it was deemed that the stories and the text it was writing was too real. It was too undistinguishable from a human writer. And the creators of that thought it was going to be just too dangerous, so they shut it down. So imagine that, a world where you can't believe what you read, a world where you can't believe what you see in terms of videos, where anyone can be anyone in any film. The most downloaded application in China at the moment is called Zao, Z-A-O. It allows you to superimpose yourself into any movie you like, as that actor. And you can do that all on your smartphone. Truly unprecedented times. Robots are rising all around us. This morning there was an article on the BBC News about the installation of robotic surgery around the UK and how that will grow. That situation is just surgeons remotely controlling the robotic arms to give them greater precision. But this is going to grow again exponentially. There's a huge amount of growth around us. Some of it, fortunately, is positive. Much of it needs help and guidance. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Do you know enough? Do you know what's going on? Do you know how to deal with it? What are these technological trends? What are these societal trends? There's a whole move to what we're calling Human 5.0. So it's beyond Industry 4.0 and the industrial revolutions that we see going on around us with the likes of 5G, AI, robotics. Human 5.0 is taking us away from the Industrial Revolution times, taking us more into a society that can create good and work together. It's actually taking us back into times which are more like the Renaissance. If you want to know more, I'm so keen to share more from this weekend, then please get in touch. Follow me on YouTube. Go to my website, read the articles, but ultimately, if you're not entirely sure where you're going or how you can make use of technology today, and you're running a business, you need to really double think that. You need to be acting now, because without positive act, without change in the pipeline, the chances are that your business will be dead. So on that positive note, I'll leave you in this beautiful city, the sun shining down on the Lloyd's building, and in front of me, the Gherkin, which maybe, yeah, you can see it in the reflection behind me. So thanks again, follow me, read my blog, follow me on Twitter, YouTube. Have a great day.